Okay, I found this article on Zero Hedge written by Tyler Durden, and the title of it caught my attention. It says, "It begins. Pension bailout bill to be introduced this week." Bailout bill. It reads, "Over the past year, we have provided extensive coverage of what will likely be the biggest, most politically charged, and most significant financial crisis facing the aging U.S. population, a multi-trillion pension storm." Let me read that again. Multi-trillion pension storm, which was recently dubbed one of the most heated battles of a lifetime by John Malden. The reason, in a nutshell, why the U.S. public pension problem has stumped so many professionals is simple. For lack of a better word, it is an unsustainable Ponzi scheme. Okay, back up. Why the U.S. public pension problem has stumped so many professionals. Okay, why it has stumped professionals. It's a frickin' Ponzi scheme. Why would that stump professionals? Unbelievable. In which satisfying accrued pension and retirement obligations require not only a constant inflow of new money, ergo the Ponzi scheme, but also fixed income returns typically in the 6% range. Where are you going to get 6% on your money right now? Safely, without putting capital at risk. It's not happening. Which are virtually unfeasible in a world where global debt to GDP is in the 300% range. This is why, or which is why, we and many others have long speculated that it is only a matter of time before the matter receives political attention and ultimately a taxpayer, wait for it, bailout. The moment may be imminent. According to Pensions and Investments magazine, Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown from Ohio plans to introduce legislation that would allow struggling multi-employer pension funds to borrow from the U.S. Treasury to remain solvent. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Hey, I can't pay for my car payment. Oh, it's fine, no problem. How about we give you some more money? Yeah, that sounds like a smart thing to do, doesn't it? The bill, which is co-sponsored by another Democrat, Rep. Tim Ryan, also of Ohio, could be introduced as soon as this week or shortly after. It would create a new office within the Treasury Department called the Pension Rehabilitation Administration. Sound like a good idea, doesn't it? Another program. Another office. When does this silliness stop? The funds would come from the sale of Treasury issued bonds to financial institutions. The pension funds could borrow for 30 years at a low interest rate. The one and painfully amusing restriction for borrowers is they could not make risky investments. They could not make risky investments. So I'm going to trust you, the people that have created this Ponzi scheme, to not make risky investments with my money, with taxpayer money. Which of course will be promptly circumvented in hopes of generating outsized returns and repaying the Treasury's bailout loan, ultimately leading to massive losses on what is effectively a taxpayer-funded pension bailout. Senator Brown's angle was naturally populist and aimed squarely at those whose pensions are likely to recoup pennies on the dollar under current investing climate: union workers. Brown told a group of retired Teamsters in Ohio on Monday that the bill will be out shortly. So, please vote for me. I'm buying your votes. See? See what a good guy I am, or a good person I am? It's a vote buying scheme. I'm not saying that the pensions aren't going to go. If you have money in a pension, you better investigate trying to get a lump sum out now. There is no guarantee that those payments are going to be around in a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. It's bad enough, quote, it's bad enough that Wall Street squandered workers' money, and it's worse that the government that's supposed to look out for these folks is trying to break the promise made to these workers. Not on our watch, they say. We won't allow that to happen, he said. No, you're for the people. You're out there fighting for them. You wait till it becomes a crisis, and then you don't let that crisis go to waste, do you? No, instead, what will happen under his watch is that funds collected from tax-paying Americans will be spent to satisfy the ridiculous retirement promises and obligations made over the past few decades, while the immediate recipients of the funds, i.e. those looking at near-term retirement, will be made whole. Everyone else, taxpayers, will lose. But vote for me. And now that the machinery for pension bailouts is finally in motion, we look forward to the next and possibly final tear in the American social fabric. That between workers who can't wait to retire to the generous pension promises and all those other unlucky taxpayers who will have to fund these promises. Isn't that neat? Bailout. New programs. Unbelievable. Vote buying schemes. That's all I got on this thing. Like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, keep your head up, your eyes open, and your powder dry.